Welcome back, Warriors. Welcome back. We're back with another one real fast. We're back with another one. And this one is gonna blow, it's not even really gonna blow your mind, but I'm hoping that it will make you think about some of the things that we're seeing in the news cycle and seeing people make fun of and that creates division. I'm gonna talk about some things that people are trying to create division and create unity in that division, right? So buckle up. Let's get ready for another episode. Make sure you're sharing. Make sure you checked out the last episode of season 6. Episode 1 in season 6. That was the last episode. Let's jump into this show. Welcome back, Warriors. I'm your host, Brian Sells, aka also known as, I don't know why I said aka and then said also known as, but also known as the Warrior in the social media world. We got another one for you. And this one is going to be fun. But before we get into all of that, as you see here, we got some lovely, good products coming from our self-care, health, and wellness, where we are committed to taking care of ourselves. We take pride in being responsible and accountable for our own health care. There's many things you can do to improve your own health, and there's many things you can do to prevent certain things from happening to you, right? So, as you see here, we have some pomegranate. It's good for supporting your blood pressure, keeping them at a normal at a normal level, right? Super greens. These are super greens. On the title it says smoothie greens, but these are very, very good. Very good. It tastes good with almond milk, but you get all the minerals and vitamins that you need from all the green veggies and fruits that you need to be having throughout the day. You can get it in this right here. And right here is bee pour. It is good for energy boosting. It's the wax from the beehives. They call it bee bread, right? So you can mix this into your smoothie. You can mix this into your parfaits, yogurt, whatever you want to mix it into. You can mix it. And these products are available on the website at www.warriorscollectionbrand.com. Very good reports from them. My dad used to get the the beetroot or the beet pills, and that's another one that's good for your maintaining the levels of your blood pressure, increasing blood flow. I was taking that because I kept getting a crazy cramp in my back when I would do deadlifts, and anytime I would do chest. So because I was arching my back, and every time I would come down, I would feel that cramp, and then I started taking it. I was getting blood flow, so that improved my workouts because I wasn't cramping up. Um, my muscles was getting the oxygen that they needed, and everything was running smooth. So if you haven't already, go check out our supplements. They're clean, no added fillers, no extra nonsense. You can check it out on the website, read through it, and you'll see that these things are super clean and they're good for you. Good for you. So on the screen, if you're watching this in the video, across the bottom, it'll come up a code called healthcare. Use code healthcare at checkout when you pick up items from the self-care health and wellness collection. All right. Use code healthcare. And that code will probably be good for, depends on when I drop this, but I'm probably going to do like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks on codes that I use inside the podcast. So make sure you go and purchase those items that you are looking for. Level up, train harder, be an asset. All right. So as you see there, as you see the title, episode 2, Unity Through Dysfunction. Now, this is a topic from the news, right? The title, the topic was given birth from the news cycle. As many of you probably have already heard, there was a brawl in Montgomery, Alabama. And I saw the fight. And initial response to it was, those people were obviously drunk. And this guy, I didn't know who the guy was, but they jumped on him. And then everyone else saw that. And then they came down and was helping him, right? And then come to find out, that guy was an employee of the riverboat. The people in the pontoon boat were probably definitely drunk and probably felt entitled to parking wherever they felt like parking. And then it turned into a fight. There was chairs and all of this, total mayhem. Okay, after the dust settles, social media gets a hold of it, and so many people were calling for a race war. So many people were proud of this moment. What is going on? They were so proud of this moment that they were saying that this was the greatest moment in Black history. And I'm reading this, and I'm like, what? Some people, comedian Ricky Smiley said he doesn't condone violence, but on that day he shouted. And these were the comments that I was seeing in so many tweets from this. And then another day came by, another day passed. And then I saw a young man, he probably was like 23, and he was saying the same thing. And he was so passionate about this. And he was like, this is the unity that we need to be having. We could have already took over America. The whole sentence was laced with all kinds of cuss words and blah, blah, blah. And just trash. The commentary on it was trash. But people were calling for unity through this. People wanted to champion this as the greatest day in Black history, and that this is how we should be moving forward. And I was like, what? Wait, this right here, this moment where a guy who was working was jumped on by some people that were drunk, and now somehow y'all have turned it and twisted it into a race issue. Now, on the other side of it, there were people that made fun of it. Black and white people got together and made fun of the situation. They reenacted the situation. I have no problem with it. People like to laugh. People like to joke. Joking. I don't do the joking thing. But that's not my cup of tea. But if that's what you do, that's what you do. And people have fun with it, and I have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? My issue is when people want to turn it into something that it's not. Everyone was saying this was a race. This was not everyone. A lot of people were saying this was a race issue. It was a race issue. And I hate hearing that because no one can confirm that. No one can confirm that. All we know is that a man walked over there to those people and they ended up attacking him, and then everyone else saw it and came down and attacked, and there was a grown man with a chair like Stone Cold Steve Austin bashing people in the heads. That's all we know. But somehow people want to champion this as a moment for unity in the community. Well, I'm here to say no. We cannot have unity through dysfunction. We cannot have unity through dysfunction. Nothing good comes out of dysfunction. Nothing. I don't understand how people don't come together on something that is right, on something that should be stopped. There's many instances where people ignore the things that are going on inside their community, but will get behind some foolishness and highlight it as this is the go-to moment. Prime example. I'm all for unity. I'm all for it. If you want to come together because drugs have been destroying your community, let's go. Matter of fact, let me get the sound effect for you. Let's run with it. If you want to come together because the school systems in your communities have been failing your children and basically have just turned the schools into a daycare, or if you have parents that are not holding their kids accountable, and you want to get other parents together to hold those parents accountable for sending their kids to these schools and causing mayhem, I'm all for it. Let's get another applause. all for that type of unity. If you want to get unity, like really focus on unity, how about setting up some kind of workshops for the for young teens to let them know, hey, don't go out there and do all this other stuff and then create another broken home. Don't add to the brokenness. Let's get the fathers back in the homes. Let's get that unity going. Let's build on the unity inside the homes. I'm for that. I'm sign me up. I'm for that. But unity through dysfunction? No. We don't need no more of that. Because that only breeds more dysfunction. In this whole situation, this whole issue, there's no truth. Because everyone is saying this was simply racist. This was racism. These white people were drunk and they hated that black man because he worked for the riverboat and they jumped on him. Excuse me? When? I watched the same video. Matter of fact, there was like 4 different videos from 4 different angles. And the one person that was recording was saying the same thing. I'm like, where did they get this from? The issue was that the riverboat was trying to park for 45 minutes. These people in the pontoon boat were probably entitled. Also drunk. Thinking they can do whatever they want to do because they have a boat. I mean, we have people that go to work thinking they're going to do whatever they want to do at work. That's what people do. Is it right? No, it's not right. No, it is not right. Is it okay? No, it is not. But until I can't say that it was racism until the people come out and say, yeah, we don't like they kind. I'm telling you, racism is bold. People who are racist, they are bold. They are bold. If they don't like you, they don't like you. Now you may, well, that ain't true. People say whatever. Oh, the thunder is rolling. The thunder is rolling out here. You know that people might be like, that ain't true. People like to say, no, we ain't racist. Well, when I was growing up in Alabama, when I was younger, the racist kids that I came across, they didn't sugarcoat nothing. I mean, it was N-word after N-word. And they didn't care if they was being chased by other kids or it didn't matter. The parents came in saying the same thing. They didn't care. Now, maybe I'm looking too far back and remembering this thing of, real racist people. My opinion, I don't think they were racist. I think they were drunk and probably felt entitled. They can park wherever they want. They got a boat. Here's a dock. And the riverboat can do whatever, find another spot to park. That's what they were thinking. But we got to get out of this calling everybody a racist. And we got to get out of this, joining together, like our powers combined to do nothing. Unity through dysfunction breeds more dysfunction. If there's going to be real unity in the community, we need to start at our own front door. Bring your family together. After you bring your family together, bring your neighborhood, your block, your corner. After you bring that block, your corner, your neighborhood, bring your city. Well, before you bring your city, bring the school district together, your school. Have the teachers and the parents all on the same page. After you do that, get the city. And while you're doing that, then you can get the police department, the fire department, the city, the councilmen, and all that, all on the same page. That's how you supposed to do it, and you're doing it the right way. And the things that should be the foundation of that unity should be truth. It should be truth. Feelings and emotions have to be removed. Assumptions and all that garbage got to go out the door. Truth is the only way a union will stand. All this fake garbage that y'all talking about on Twitter and wherever else, it's cool and fun, ha ha ha. The stone cold chair, and everyone making fun of it is cool. But to have the racial undertone, y'all keep falling for the same playbook, for the same play that they're using it out of the same playbook that they've been running forever. I'm so sick of hearing division. And then to again, as the title say, unity. People are trying to come together on dysfunction. How? Where? To take back what? The one guy was talking about we should take back this country. Take what? What? I don't get it. How you gonna take back the country but your block illegal guns and drug dealers and murderers and rapists and all this stuff is on your corner. It's on your corner. There's dysfunction at the school. You don't have order in your home. You gonna take back what? I digress. See, this is one of those topics. I actually, I promise y'all, I did my notes. You can't see it, but I got my notes right here, right? I got my notes, and I did my notes, and I hit some of the stuff that I wanted to hit. But these are the things I get passionate about. When common sense is thrown out the door, and people are just being irrational. When truth has been stepped on and set ablaze, and people are running around with their emotions and feelings. It's so annoying. It is so annoying. I mean, was it 2 weeks ago? A report came out about LeBron James' I Promise School, right? The I Promise School. And the kids were failing math. I think it was 8th grade. Let me see if I can pull it up here. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up here because I don't want to be saying something that's not real. You can hear me typing. I'm typing with one hand. But the I Promise School, LeBron James, I think Candace Owens did a little segment on it, and how the schools were failing. I'm trying to pull it up. I probably should use the other computer. I got too much on my screen. Okay, yeah. The 8th graders are failing to pass state math. And I know a lot of people be like, well, those maths, that score or the test is racial, is built in racism. When did math become racist? Oh, 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. What? 2 plus 2 is 4. I don't get it. When did math become racist? How about we find some unity against stupidity? How about we start holding people accountable for the dumb things that they say? We don't want to do that because that's stepping on toes. That's keeping the right gatekeepers in power while you are over here licking marbles, talking about some unity through dysfunction. We got to take back the country, but your whole neighborhood is being destroyed with nonsense. It hurts my brain. It hurts my brain. It hurts my brain because I see these young people. I see them on Twitter. I see them on IG. I see them in the cities that I go to, and I converse with them. And matter of fact, I was working with some of them when I was working at what's it called, Papa John's, and to see where their minds were at. To see where their minds were at is sad. It is sad. All these kids know right now is dysfunction. No one is telling them the truth. Everyone is lying and leaning on emotions and feelings. You got people out here wanting to be cats, and what? Let's move on. Let's move on. Unity through dysfunction. No, I'm not here for it. Neither should you. We're not doing that. If anything, I remember when I was young, I heard a song that said we need to sweep around our own front door before we worry about someone else's. And if you're gonna, come together in your own home. Restore the order in your own home. After you do that, do it on your block. Do it on your street, your corner. And after you do that, you move up from there. I don't want to hear nothing about we got to take America back, and we got to take America back, and kids are dying every day in Chicago. What? Nah, we ain't playing those games. So call to action, folks. A call to action. Do what's right. Stop playing into the media's nonsense. And when you hear nonsense, ignore it. If it doesn't make sense, ignore it. Young people, if someone's talking about something and it sounds good, you ask yourself, but is that right? Does it really make sense? It sounds good, but is it real? Is this the truth? Don't be played. Don't be played. I remember seeing, I'm about to wrap this up, guys. I remember seeing during the 2020, there's this young black kid, and this older man, he had to have been like 50, 60 years old. And there's this younger man who probably was about around my age. And he was talking to the kid. He was like, this was why everyone was rioting. He was like, hey, you don't need to be out here doing this. And then the older man, who's like 50, 60, probably grew up during the civil rights time, still attached to his feelings, and I can't really say rightfully so, because it happened and you need to let it go. That's where I'm at with it. It happened. We are in 2023. You holding on to it ain't gonna change nothing. It ain't changing nothing. You still talking about what happened back then. What does that have to do with 2023? I would love to know. The first thing, systemic racism. Well, you're still voting in the same system, huh? You gonna give more power to that same system that you're talking about that is racist? I don't have time for it. Anyway, he was talking to the young man, trying to get him to think and be smart, and get out of the situation. And the older man, who his time is ticking, was trying to hype that young boy up to be out here wilding out in those streets. And I felt that man's speech to that young kid. He had to have been like 18, 17, somewhere around there, probably like 16, 18 years old. And he was hitting home. I felt it. And I was watching that older guy act like a clown. dysfunction. We can't do nothing right through dysfunction. It won't work. It won't work. So I hope you guys, I hope that, gets you thinking. I hope that was thought provoking. And I hope I was very clear on my stance on nonsense. I don't have time for it. I will not entertain it. The only time I would entertain it and engage it is through this podcast or on Twitter when I'm trying to, you know, show people the right way of doing something. The tweets that I seen was just blatantly ignorant all week, and I was waiting. I was like, let me see if something else comes up about this, and nothing else came about this. There was tons of videos of people making fun of it, which is fine and cool, whatever. People gonna do what they do. They people like to laugh, so that's. But the people that were serious about this is racist and we need to take back this country, blah blah blah. Man, shut up, shut up. Sweep around your own front door first. All right, so let's jump into this contact information so y'all can make sure that you're following, you're subscribing, you're liking, you're sharing. I'm telling you, season six. if this episode don't get you, man, we gonna be on one season 6. Follow us at Warriors_collection_. Follow the network, Warriors_collection_network. If you're watching this on the YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button. If you hit the don't like button, right, let me know why. Don't leave me hanging. Tell me why you don't like it so I can improve. I can't improve if you don't tell me why you don't like it. That's selfish. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications. Be ready for another video. Be ready for another episode. And yeah, follow me on Twitter at @SeeThroughIt1, TikTok at Warriors Collection Brand. The audio, you can catch us on the audio side if you just want to listen to us strictly through the audio. Spotify, Anchor.fm, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, Overcast, Amazon, Apple, and iHeartRadio. I think I said Stitcher. I'm going to say it again, Stitcher. All right. So with that being said, guys, man, I hope this episode was insightful. I hope that it provoked some thinking. I hope that it made you think. I hope it made you question some things. I hope, if you were feeling some type of way about a certain situation that was happening in Montgomery, I hope you were able to take self-inventory of how you viewed it, right? Because we need to do that. That's how we grow. When we become self-aware about our own emotions and our own feelings and our own thoughts, and we're able to process what we're actually thinking, then we can be like, I should probably view that in another light, because I'm kind of leaning heavily on my feelings. But the truth is, this was just, you know what I mean? We got to be more aware of our thoughts and of our emotions instead of just reacting. All right. So with that being said, guys, check out the website, www.warriorscollectionbrand. We got tons of supplements on the website. A lot of right now we're lion's mane mushroom is out of stock, but that should be coming back on the 20th, I believe. Just go take a look, and if you do miss the opportunity to pick up on this sale, you can email me, and I'm a gracious warrior. If you're looking to support, I have no problem then with helping you out in these times. So the more people that can support us doing what we are doing, and pushing our message, and pushing uh, helping us reach more with this brand, I have no problem in helping, with a code every now and then, or helping with a code. I have no problem. So check out all that stuff. Check the podcast out. Check the YouTube out. Check the IG. Check all that stuff out. And as we always say, back to season 3, don't be blinded by the media. See through it. Our new slogan: level up, train harder, be an asset. This has been the Warriors Vision podcast. I am Warrior, and I'll talk to you guys later. Warrior out.